It is I See Hawks in LA here, live in Studio B, where our sessions are brought to you by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. I'm Martin Anderson. Welcome, y'all, back to Studio B in Spindale.
Thank you so much.
Here, nice and early. It is the four-piece band here. I See Hawks in LA, wrapping up a little. What'd you call it? A little Carolina weekender? I think.
That's right.
Boy, it must have been something. After is this kind of your first big outing since the lockdown?
Yeah, like to get on a plane, and go. We've played in Northern California, and that was a couple weeks ago, and that was the first kind of out and about. But it feels just so good to be out playing music for live human beings. We missed it so much.
Yeah. So you did I think a couple of kind of outdoor house concert things.
Yep. We played down at our favorite Albino Skunk Fest outdoors, and then up in Charlotte yesterday at a not beautiful backyard situation. We love the backyard things that have been, popping up. Those have been great. And then last night in Black Mountain.
Yeah, and that was another kind of outdoor thing.
It rained, so we were in a barn with the door open.
Okay.
Leave the door open.
Yeah.
We left the barn door open.
Sometimes you got to do that, right? Sometimes you don't want to. Sometimes you got to.
Yeah.
Cool. And now you got to get on a plane to fly back home. I guess your Carolina weekender is over.
No,
now that it's Monday morning and all of a sudden... Yeah.
Harsh reality.
The harsh reality of getting on the plane and heading back home. But it's been great to have you in the area, and you are plugged in, warmed up, hopefully. I bet you are. You're ready to go. Let's hear it. I See Hawks in L.A. on WNCW.
Flowers bloom and the autumn follows. Winter comes and we sleep all day. I don't know if the spring is coming. All I know is I'm on my way. Growing old and you're waiting for wisdom. Getting young and you're waiting for light. When you stand in the wind, all knowing, you will know you were on your way. You will know you were on your way. All those memories, all those meadows, the path was everything, the pain was a golden ring, the waiting and shivering, the path was everything. Hard to answer when the word speaks plain. Hard to bear when your bucket leaks rain. When we wake up and the dreams start coming, all we know is we're on. All we know is we're on our way. All we know is we're on our way.
On our way. I see Hawks in LA here live in Studio B on WNCW. And rainy Monday morning, but I don't know, we got some nice California sunshine going on right now. And I should mention we are, I believe, live on our Facebook page with us if you want to watch as well as listen to this cool session. Rob Weiler is saying on that one, great lead guitar from Paul Lax as always.
Thank you.
And Mr. Paul Marshall here doing the bass work. You guys have been here three times.
Yeah.
You have a new drummer behind you. She's sounding great.
That's Victoria Jacobs on the drums. And Victoria played with us like early in the Hawks and would come play with us, and then different periodic times, different tours to England and to Ireland, and then has been with us now for a while. Yeah, 2012, something like that.
From 2012 or so, she joined in. All right. And it was the four of you involved on this album called On Our Way.
Exactly.
And I would imagine pretty much just the four of you, not a room full of producers and engineers and assistants and such.
Yeah, I mean, we did it. You know, it's the four of us, but we did it all kind of remotely and from our own houses and sending each other files. And then we do have quite a few guests, but of course they were in Sonoma County or East LA or somewhere because we did it really at the height of the isolation times. So it was by necessity. That's the way we did it.
Yeah. I think when we look back on this odd chapter of the pandemic, which is obviously still being written, we have no idea how long it's going to last, right?
Yeah.
But
there's a sequel, apparently.
We might be in the sequel, and then there's going to be another one, and at some point it's going to be like those television and movie sequels. We're going to be like, we don't need another sequel, thank you very much. But anyway, we'll see like these kind of waves of periods in which it was people were really wigging out during this time and taking it extra seriously, hopefully. Yeah, this sounds like this one was recorded during that period where it was like, we really can't do what we have been doing the past dozen or more years, but we got to do it.
Yeah.
And you ended up doing it, but very differently.
Yeah, and it was, it was a way to stay sane. I mean, it was like we just would schedule times to get together and write, over video conference, and that was just, it was kind of a little bit of a life raft, to sort of keep some sense of normalcy and schedule, as we all kind of needed in that time.
Because you all are in different homes, but like how far spread apart?
Not too
probably
far.
Within a 10-mile radius or so.
Yeah, Rob's a mile from me in Victoria, and actually a lot of the musicians that added stuff are actually pretty close by. And normally they would come over to one of our studios, but it was they're emailing us files. So
yeah, you're used to them coming to one of your studios, and you get to jam live. Maybe just the two of you to work out, which verse goes where, and let's change the chord or something. Yeah. But you had to do it remotely. That must have been a little odd, or did it just?
I mean, it was, but then I think anytime when you're in a creative project and there's some arbitrary limitation that's put on it, then you kind of, you're like a fish that grows to beat the size of the tank. It's like, and so some things happened that probably wouldn't have happened if we did it in our usual habitual way. That we were really excited about, and some of our, I think favorite songs that came out of it came out of the necessary limitations.
Like all the Pro Tools work, the techno sampling that I hear on this album, is that what you're talking about?
That's right.
No, really.
There actually is a bit of that, though. We have an electronic drum track, and one song came out of an iPhone mono recording of Victoria and me. We had a jam. It's like, we'll never play this the same again. So that's actually the core of one of the songs on the record.
Wow.
So that we would have never done that if we'd been doing our normal methods. It opened us up a little bit, the necessity of it.
Cool. And it sounds great, largely from the songs themselves. This great stories in these songs, and you run the gamut, as always, on all the IC Hawks albums of covering different topics. But yeah, it just really came together to make it sound like you all were one unit jamming in one studio.
Thank you. We tried hard.
You got away with it.
You got away with it. Yeah, you pulled one over on us.
Yeah.
And now you've been able to practice a little bit of the songs out on the road, but heading back home to Southern California in a little bit.